Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to today's class. Today's class, being our maiden class, is dedicated to business owners and would-be business owners. We have chosen this topic because of its importance in business management. Our followers or subscribers that are into business or planning to be will have the benefit after watching this to understand what it means to set a business process in place for your business. So we are talking about business process structuring, a necessary step towards the protection of your business. Something you must avoid, because not doing it, you must avoid not doing it, because it is a silent killer of business growth. So it's a must watch for everyone, even those who are not in business already but would be in future. Business is something anyone can decide to go into at any point in time. So this particular class is also relevant for everyone. So we will go into knowing what it means to set business processes in place. So we are continuing from where we'll stop on the topic business process structuring. We were about to dive into knowing what business process structuring is all about. Okay, so for the purpose of this class and the target audience, we are going to take a very simple definition of business process structuring. There are various advanced definition of business process structuring, but for the purpose of our target audience and this class, we are going to take this simple definition to suit our objective. Okay, so what is BPS? BPS is a structured set of procedures and principles that must be adhered to in the execution of business activities, transactions, or tasks to ensure efficiency, transparency, accountability, and the protection of business resources. This definition is very simple. We can see the objective of business process structuring in the definition, which includes operational efficiency, transparency, accountability, and the protection of business resources. There are many other objectives, but these are the ones we are taking for the purpose of this class. Now, you will see that the overall objective of this particular aspect of the business is a safeguard of business resources. Yes, because a business that you are setting up or you are running is not being run by yourself alone. You have people who are running the business for you. So it is important that you set up processes that will safeguard the business. Many of our SME or small business owners neglect this aspect of the business, and that is why we make this topic our first choice, because the mission of Active Arc and FinFast Pro solution is the protection of small businesses, ensuring that small businesses succeed. This aspect that is being neglected is one of the reasons why most small businesses do not last. As a matter of fact, statistics has it that most small businesses in Nigeria collapse or remain stagnant in their first 5 years of existence. And one of the major causes of it is lack of process structuring. It is not okay that you run a business without setting processes that will protect a business for you. It's same as having a water container that you did not bother to patch the leakages, and then you begin to pour water into it. The container will never be filled up, because the more you pour the water, the more it leaks, because you never patched or closed those leakages. So first, before you start making money, you need to set processes in place to protect the money that you are making. So some of these small business owners believe this is not necessary, or it's not important, either because of the cost implication or just that it's not necessary. Let us make the money first. It's after making the money, then we can talk about putting processes in place. That's a very wrong business mentality. That's a wrong mentality. And as a result, many small businesses have remained stagnant. Many of them have remained stagnant. Many of them that ought to have grown beyond where they have remained stagnant because they have failed to put processes in place. So it's very, very important. That's why we have chosen this topic, to alert our small business owners, both those who are already into it and those who are about to, that this aspect is very, very important. They should not be neglecting it. In fact, it should be prioritized amongst other first things you do when you are planning your business. It is very, very important. The business that do not have protection is subject to abuse. Yes, just like a system that is not subject to control is subject to abuse. That's a fact, and that's why most small business owners complain of theft, pilferages, and mismanagement of their resources. Is because there are no processes in place. One of the weak side also of this is the fact that you, as a business owner, you can't leave your business for a while because it's not structured. You fear of what will happen in your absence. If your business is structured, you will not fear what will happen in your business, because you know the processes are there, and whether you are there or not, they will be followed. You find out that some business owners, small business owners, don't go on vacation, they don't go on leave, or even try to venture into other things that will expand the business, because they just cannot live where they are, simply because they fear of what will happen in their absence. If you check most of the thriving small business owners that are doing well and are growing, their owners are not always there. They have structures in place which are followed, so they don't bother whether they are there or not. Another pitfall is, if you don't structure your business, any day you are not there, any time you are no more, the business collapses. The business will collapse immediately, because there are no processes in place. Business is supposed to be a going concern, and it's supposed to be a legacy that you leave for your generations to come. Because of this, most businesses collapse as soon as the owner is no longer there. So let us take these aspects serious and change our mentality towards the way we understand it. Feeling that is not important. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. You have to protect the money that you want to go and make. It has to be protected. Otherwise, it will just be going down the drain. It will just be going down the drain. So let us now look at the different types or examples of business process structuring. Like we noted before, there are many types, many models of business system or business process structuring. There are many of them, but for the purpose of this class, we are restricting ourselves to these 4, and we are simplifying it so that we understand what we are really talking about. The first one is accounting system structuring. Accounting system structuring is what you can call internal control processes and procedures that aims to protect your business resources, that aims to set procedures and processes in place in the execution of financial activities. Okay, so as to safeguard your financial resources. A very practical example is procedures that must be followed before expenses are incurred. In most businesses, these structures are not there. In most small businesses, these structures are not there. Now, for instance, as an employee or as whoever in the company, you dare not incur expenses without following a particular process or procedures, which will include raising a voucher first, stating the reason for the expenses, getting the voucher to be signed by the account or approved by the account or by whoever is authorized for that purpose, and then getting the cashier to release the fund. These are processes, procedures that must be followed before that money is released. The cashier must see the voucher and see also that the voucher is approved before releasing the money, and in some cases even call the overall boss for final approval before such money is released. And also sometimes there are limits to what can be spent, without the authority or the final authorization of the business owner. So that is a practical example of what we mean by business process structuring under accounting system structuring. Processes and procedures are set in the way financial transactions, accounting transactions are handled. In the sales aspect also the same thing, where an invoice must be raised first, an order is raised for a particular customer. From order, an invoice is raised. From invoice, the goods are supplied. From the supply of the goods, the goods cannot be finally taken to the customer or supplied to the customer without confirmation by a particular team, and then after which the goods is finally released. Those are processes. These are processes that are supposed to be set. They are supposed to be systematically set, to be followed. Number 2 is recruitment process structuring. These are system put in place, procedures put in place in the recruitment of employees in such an organization. You understand? Starting from the announcement of the vacancy to the final onboarding of the employee. For instance, when a particular employee or when employees are needed to be employed, it is the responsibility of the HR department to put up the advert. From the advert, potential employees apply. After application is sorted, invitation is given to those who meet the requirement, after which in the session for interview, after which interview takes place, after which selection again for the best, and all of that until the final onboarding of the employee. That's a process. And why we include principles also here is there are also principles that goes with it. For example, here we say every potential employee for the marketing department of a company must possess a minimum of BSc in marketing. Those are processes, structures that has to be obeyed. And you find out that this is very key, because this will make employees this will make you get the best of your employees when you employ those who have the basic or the background knowledge of the function or of the role they are going to undertake. It makes sense to put the right peg in the right hole. Many small businesses also make this mistake. You see them employing somebody, for example, who do not have any background of accounting to go and be doing accounting or to run a store. Somebody who could be a school sat or somebody who is just, no background knowledge at all. What do you expect? And to them, it doesn't matter. Also because they want to avoid cost. It doesn't matter. Anybody can do it. It's a wrong mentality. It's wrong. A lot will be happening. You wouldn't know. Your business will be going down the drain. That's the truth. The next one is customer care procedures. Customer care procedures are also processes put in place, part of the process and procedures put in place for those who relate to customers to follow, so as to ensure that the customer care of the company is properly handled. For example, there could be stipulation that will stipulate how a customer or customers are attended to by sales reps or marketing executive or anybody representing the company. Starting from receiving of phone, how you receive phone, how you relate with customers when you're conversing on phone, how you welcome customers to the business premises or to the store, how you treat them, how you service them, the aspect of after sales service and all of that. That is a process that they will follow to ensure that customers are well treated. Again, we have the organizational structure, which you call organogram. Here is where the diagrammatical illustration of the hierarchy of the company is illustrated, starting from the top management down to the lowest of the subordinates. It illustrates the reporting line from the top to the bottom. So in this case, you have staff or employees knowing who to report at any point in time, knowing their respective responsibilities, and reporting appropriately. So this enhances communication. In most small businesses, these do not exist. And again, for them, as far as they are concerned, it is not necessary. It's not important. But I tell you, it is. These things have to be put in place. They might not be as expensive as you think. They will help to ensure that your business is functioning optimally. They will ensure operational efficiency of your business, and you will in turn grow. It's not just money that grows the business. It's also the processes, the business processes. Sometimes companies who make billions may not grow as those who are making less, simply because of structuring. The difference is structuring. A well-structured business will definitely grow, but that, on the other side, will remain stagnant or even collapse. So we are employing business owners, would-be business owners, to take this aspect of their business serious if they want to grow. We will stop here and continue on our next video with another very interesting topic. We ask that you kindly subscribe to our channels, to our YouTube channel, like, share, and comment. Our class will be interactive. It will be interactive, not live though, but will be interactive in the sense that we want you to send in your questions on the comment section. You can even suggest topics that you will wish, or topics that is of interest to you. In preparing our next video, we will put all that into consideration so that we ensure we continue to give you what you need for you to thrive in your business. And for those of us who might be studying, who are still students, whether at the professional level or at the O level, we still have you covered, because we'll be bringing in topics that has to do with questions regarding accounting and other things that has to do with work ethics and job skills. That is what this channel is dedicated to. But we will not do it without your support. So we need your support by liking and subscribing to the channel. Share also to your friends. We promise we will keep bringing you topics that will benefit you in your business life, that will benefit you as a student. Thank you for watching. See you in our next video.